Hey guys, this is Rapti, Sarah, and Alicia. So in this video, we will be discussing the effects of TMS on a fish, specifically focusing on its nervous system. So TMS is a commonly used sedative for fish. We observed that it has significant effects on the behavior of the fish, such as erratic movement, slow breathing, loss of balance, and eventual loss of consciousness. We will take a goldfish that we have named Walter and place him in a beaker of 100 milliliters of water. We will gradually add increasing volumes of TMS to the solution and record the effects on the fish. As soon as Walter stops breathing and is unresponsive, we will conclude the experiment and place him in a TMS-free environment.
Tricaine methane sulfonate, also known as TMS, is a drug mainly used as an anesthetic for fish. Its chemical formula is C10H15NO5S. It is used to sedate fish for transportation, marking, and is used in greater doses as an anesthetic for invasive surgeries and procedures.
TMS suppresses the central and peripheral nervous systems of fish, which reduces movement and reduces sensory perception. TMS also inhibits the entrance of sodium into the neuron, which reduces nerve activity by stopping action potentials. It's also fat-soluble, which allows it to go through the phospholipid membrane easily and act on the cell faster.
The effects of TMS takes place in 6 distinct stages corresponding to stronger doses. So stage 1 is light sedation, where the fish's reactivity to outside stimuli is slightly inhibited. Stage 2 is deep sedation, where the fish responds to no external stimuli except for strong pressure.
Stage 3 is the partial loss of equilibrium, where the muscles lose their tone and there is abnormal movement with increased opercular rates, which is the movement of muscles around the gills, which signifies breathing. Stage 4 is the complete loss of equilibrium and opercular movements slow down.
Stage 5 is the total loss of reactivity and irregular opercular movements. The final stage is when the fish suffers asphyxia, which is when it stops breathing and has a heart attack and dies.
So currently, I'm drawing the cast of Oreo Productions, which is obviously Rapti, Sarah, and I, Alicia. Our hypothesis dictates that we believe that the more TMS we administer to the fish, the further the stages will progress. And if we don't stop, the fish will die from cardiac arrest. But we won't.
Let it die.
So here's Walter with no TMS in his system. It's all good. This is with 104.2 milliliters of solution and the beginnings of stage 1.
This is at 108.7 milliliters. This is actually the beginning of stage 2 where he's kind of swimming slowly. And then it's at 119 milliliters where he starts to lose balance, and this is the beginning of stage 3.
At 131 milliliters, the fish starts exhibiting erratic behavior, which signifies stage 3. And then at 143, the fish tips over. And then finally at 166.7, the fish stops moving and breathing. We compared our results with Isabella's group, and the majority of our results were similar. However, their fish began to act erratically between 108 and 119 mils of solution, while ours required a volume of 131 mils before it reacted, the same way. Isabella's fish demonstrated a lower tolerance for the drug and became unresponsive after a dose of 143 mils. It is important to note that their fish was significantly smaller than ours. So in terms of sources of error, we could have administered the TMS in time intervals that were too small. This could have caused an overdose because it would be too much for the fish to handle in such a small amount of time.
So we could have given the fish the wrong amount of TMS by accident because we were eyeballing the doses. So because of the inaccuracy, we could have given too much or too little of TMS.
Lastly, the size of the fish were all different. throughout the lab, which meant the results from each group would vary because of the different tolerance levels of each fish.
Our hypothesis proved to be right, because as we increased the doses of TMS, the fish exhibited signs of the different stages. They happened in the same 6-stage order that we gathered from our research. Now obviously, we did not go ahead and follow through with the 6th stage, because that would have resulted in the death of the fish, Walter. Walter was revived by us placing him into the TMS-free water. He was doing okay after 20 minutes and was swimming happily ever after. Thanks for watching.
Bye!